You have to excuse me. I've been eating cheese. I swear, if you don't have anything, like, I'd take my tablets in the morning, and then I just was eating cheese because I had cheese left, and I don't mean just cheese. I mean like blue cheese, like not fermented cheese, but like cheese that's, you know, mouldy cheese, effectively. You know, like Stilton, blue Stilton.
Grace, I'm sleeping over. Cool.
Children, can you give us a moment?
Children.
Hey, what's that, Abby?
A listening device.
Looks like something out of Arthur and Kenneth. You built this thing?
Yep. Who are Arthur and Kenneth?
You're telling me you haven't read The Covert Adventures of Arthur Pennington and Kenneth Van Holzhauser? Man, what rock have you been living under? Here, take it.
No time for reading fiction.
So Arthur and Kenneth are super spies, right? And they go on.
Now shut up, shut up.
Yeah, shut up. I need to talk. I did that first part where I was monologuing slightly at the beginning. I said words that probably would appear on YouTube as like bad words, so my video would have been flagged. What I basically wanted to say was my nan moved to Crawley. My nan and granddad moved to Crawley 50 odd years ago, over 50 years ago now. They passed away, so anyway, when they moved here, the place was amazing. Like, England, Britain was amazing.
Did you notice anything
in the sense of like living, you know, I say amazing. It wasn't what it is today. Today, it's so bad. I mean, in the space of time I've been alive, I've been alive 39 years.
Sometimes he doesn't talk for a day.
And as I've grown up, a lot of time I spent in Haywards, a lot of time I spent in Crawley. I lived in Haywards, I've lived in Crawley, I've lived in Balkham. So let's put it that 10 to 14 years lived in Balkham. Well, 10, because when I was like, from 0 to like 5, let's say, I was living in Crawley with my mum. And, you know, whatever.
Isn't there anything you can do?
Then I was living in Haywards, with my Balkham with my mum and stepdad. Balkham was a wonderful place, absolutely brilliant. The only thing I'd say about it is that it smelled like shit because it was like farmland out the back. But you get used to it, and to be honest, you don't just get used to it, you grow to love it. The time I spent in Haywards Heath, it had, I wouldn't even say it had ups and downs, it had so many ups and a few downs. But living in Crawley, not only has it had nothing really but downs, the only positive thing I can say about Crawley is, no, there's not much. And there's not much worth saying. Because it was so fleeting that there wasn't much point to it. But since my nan passed away, I now live in her house. I'm on my own, obviously with a dog, but this place is shit.
I'm getting something from upstairs.
I mean, I got into drugs.
There's nothing up there.
I got into not dog. Do you know what, I'm frightened to say words on YouTube now because they're just gonna fucking like strike my video. Just delete it and just fucking. I was in.
None of you knew this was.
I was dogs, dags. Do you like dags? Spelt D-R-U-G-S. And it's only because Crawley's a shithole. I wouldn't have gotten into these things if I had had better outlets, better things to do. You know, company who aren't fucking pieces of shit, you know, decent fucking people. All the people I've met in Crawley are just dropouts, down and outs, and it's not because they're the kind of people, it's because Crawley makes people like that. I'm telling you, Crawley is a cesspit, and it breeds fucking monsters, mate. And I've become one of them, and I hate myself for it. I'm going to be so glad when I move out of Crawley.
You guys are weird.
I'm going to be so glad when I move out of Crawley because and get my own little flat and, you know, just, even though I'll be in my 40s because it's going to take about a year, and I'm just going to be happy to just exist. I know it sounds silly, but nowadays just trying to exist is difficult because of all the shit the government's doing. You know, the way that it all is, they're turning this country they're turning the country into Crawley.
You're pretty awesome, Abby.
In fact, let me put it a different way. Crawley's become, London is a shithole.
Grace wants you to join her advanced research division.
Crawley has become like London, and now the government want the entire country to become like London and Crawley.
I don't care what anyone thinks.
I tell you what, if I walk down the street, for every person I see, for every 10 people I see, 2, maybe 3 are white. And even those white people aren't probably British, they're probably like from Czechoslovakia or Polish or something like that. This is what I'm getting at. For every 50, you'll be lucky if 10 of them are actually British people. I'm sorry, but it has to be said. It's bullshit. And I'm not racist. I'm not fucking inherently racist, no. Not at all. Because I was growing up, when I was in secondary school, there were Chinese people, there were Pakistani people, Indian, there were all kinds of people, black people, and we all got on. It's got nothing to do with the colour of people's skin. It's their standards, their living, their ideals, their personality. Yeah? So, I'm going to cut this video short because I'm actually depressing myself thinking about it, but
Just like Daddy told us.
it just gets me down, man, because I'm starting to get to the point where I'm hating to be British, and I know when I move to Haywoods, I know it's probably going to be 10 years before that place is just like Crawley. I know it for a fact, and that's if in the space of 10 years we haven't already had a civil war, because I'd imagine that's probably gonna be 10, 15, I don't think in 20 years. I honestly think it's going to come much sooner than that. I think, and the reason I say that is because the way that things are, it should be probably in the next 5 years. I think something's going to happen because of how bullshit. Oh, he's right behind me, and I'm like, I don't even know. It's because I'm wearing earphones now, whereas before I was just playing on the TV speakers. But I'm looking at this now, and yeah, he just went straight past me, and I could hear it in my headphones. Anyway, earphones. The point that I'm getting at is people in Britain, we don't have, who are British, who are inherently British, who have grown up, who are sort of my age, let's say between, I'm going to have to say between 35 and 40, and those older, are seeing things for what they are, you know, and it's not pretty, it's anything but, you know, and it's horrifying. You know, I just met someone that I used to be friends with when I used to do Dags. Do you like Dags? Right? And he was kind of so nonchalant about just seeing me and stuff. And bear in mind, this guy's taken money off me to get stuff for me and then not got it. And then when I've called him up next, he's like, what are you talking about? And then overall, he's taken about 60 quid. And there's someone else that I gave 100 quid to get some gear, and then I said I'll meet you tomorrow, and then she never met me, and she just ghosted me the whole time. Other people, someone else owes me about 90 quid, and I even said to her as a text, I said, oh, I'll give you 10 more quid, and then you owe me as much as Jan owes me, so you might as well just ghost me as well. The thing is, these people are scum, and it's the kinder and more decent a person you are, the more you're going to get shit on. And yeah, I shouldn't be a D-R-U-G-G-Y, you know, and yeah, okay, but shit things happen to good people, right? And I'm not saying I'm good people, but I'm saying shit things happen to people all the time, right? And I'm honestly, I wish, if I could afford to, and if I had the stones to leave my family behind, I'd move up to like Swanage or move country entirely. But the thing is as well, I'm British, I'm a thoroughbred Brit. I was born in like my family are from Cornwall, right? We're the soil of the earth, right? And to leave the country would be like being a traitor. Would be like, you know, like in times of war. That's what it feels like. In times of war, you don't leave your country. You know, you fight. So I'd feel like I'm being a traitor to the country. Anyway, I'm going to cut this video short. It's bullshit. yeah, that's just my 2 cents at the moment. I'm really pissed off at the moment, and I'm going to be so glad to get out of fucking Crawley and move to Haywards.